What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to this series where we review every WWF or WWE pay-per-view in chronological order. This week we've reached November 1987 and the first annual Survivor Series. The event took place on Thanksgiving night, Thursday, November the 26th, 1987, emanating from the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio. It was the second annual pay-per-view event introduced by the WWF following WrestleMania and would soon be joined by the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam in 1988. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with the format of the early Survivor Series events. Multi-person elimination tag team matches where the members of the team that survive at the end of the match are declared the sole survivors. On commentary duty for the event, we had Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura. So the very first Survivor Series elimination match to ever happen featured Randy Macho Man Savage, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on the new WWF Intercontinental Champion, the Honky Tonk Man, Hercules, Dangerous Danny Davis, Ron Bass and Harley Race. Savage's team was seconded by his wife Miss Elizabeth, while Honky's team were accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan and the Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart. Beefcake and Hercules started off before Duggan and Race were tagged in. Duggan knocked Race out of the ring and followed him out where they were brawled and both men were counted out and eliminated. Would become a familiar theme throughout the first few Survivor Series events. Brutus then hit a high knee to Ron Bass and went on to eliminate him. Team captain Honky Tonk Man himself joined the match and hit the shake, rattle and roll on Beefcake and eliminated him, evening the match out to 3 each. Jake then hit a DDT onto Danny Davis and only 2 men remained on Honky Tonk Man's team, Honky and Hercules. Savage hit the Savage elbow on Hercules and pinned him, leaving only Honky Tonk Man as the remaining member of his team. After being dominated by Savage, Roberts and Steamboat for a couple of minutes, Honky was atomic dropped over the top rope by Savage and he ran away from the ring with Jimmy Hart and his Intercontinental belt. Honky self-eliminated himself, making Savage, Roberts and Steamboat the first survivors in a Survivor Series match. Next up was the women's match, and thank God we've come a long way since this in the women's division. This featured 10,332-year-old Fabulous Mueller, Robin Rockin, Velvet McIntyre and the tag team of the Jumping Bomb Angels, taking on the team of WWF Women's Champion Sensational Sherry, WWF Women's Tag Team Champions the Glamour Girls, Donna Crestinola and Dawn Marie. McIntyre got the first elimination by pinning Castanolo with a victory roll. Robin hit a running crossbody on Marie and pinned her with a crossbody, leading to 3 wrestlers on Sherry's team, while none of Mooler's team members had been eliminated. Team captain Sherry came into the match and hit Robin with a vertical suplex to eliminate her. The Glamour Girls hit a double clothesline on Mooler and Judy Martin, one half of the Glamour Girls, pinning Mooler to eliminate her. McIntyre pinned Sherry with a victory roll. Lilani Kai joined the match and then pinned McIntyre after an electric chair drop. Yamazaki hit a driving crossbody from the top rope on Kai and pinned her to eliminate her. Tatino hit a flying clothesline on Martin and pinned her to win the match. Jumping Bomb Angels became the first survivors in Mooler's team. Next up is what can only be described as a clusterfuck. This was a tag team variation of the Survivor Series elimination match, which featured 10 tag teams, 5 on each side, and once one member of each tag team had been eliminated, both members had to leave the match. The match featured, here we go, WWF Tag Team Champion Strikeforce, Tito Santana and Rick Martel, the Young Stallions, Paul Roma and Jim Powers, the Fabulous Rougeaus, Jacques and Raymond, the Killer Bees, Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair, and the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid, taking on the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, the Islanders, Haku and Tama, Demolition, Axe and Smash, the Bolsheviks, Nikolai Volkov and Boris Zukov, and the new Dream Team, Greg Valentine and Dino Bravo. Santana hit a flying forearm smash on Zukov and pinned him to eliminate the Bolsheviks, the first eliminations of the match. Jacques hit a diving crossbody on Axe but missed the move and was pinned by Axe, eliminating the Fabulous Rougeaus. Axe's partner Smash was disqualified, eliminating both members of Demolition. The Anvil pinned Santana to eliminate Strike Force, and Haku pinned the Dynamite Kid to eliminate the British Bulldogs. Next came Roma and Valentine. Roma hit a diving sunset flip on Valentine to eliminate the new Dream Team, and Bret Hart and Jim Brunzell were next. Tama drop-kicked Bret Hitman Hart, and then Brunzell rolled over Hart to eliminate the Foundation. Brian Blair put on his Killer Bees mask and pinned Tama with a sunset flip to eliminate the Islanders. As a result, unbelievably, the two jobber teams of the Young Stallions and the Killer Bees were declared the last surviving winners in a team that included the British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation and Demolition. And just like that, we reached the main event of the evening. This match had Andre the Giant, the One Man Gang, King Kong Bundy, Butch Reed and Ravishing Rick Rude taking on WWF Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan, Paul Orndorff, Don Morocco, Ken Patera and Bam Bam Bigelow. Morocco was not scheduled to be part of the match, but replaced superstar Billy Graham, who was originally scheduled to be on Hogan's team but had retired because of a hip injury suffered during a match against Butch Reed. Hogan eliminated Reed after he hit the leg drop and pinned him. Pantera was eliminated after being the victim of the One Man Gang's flying clothesline. Thereafter, Orndorff, who had recently turned face, and Rick Rude began brawling to advance their feud over who had the better physique. Orndorff got the better of Rude until Bundy distracted him, allowing Rude to use a roll-up to score the pin. Morocco, who had also recently turned face, joined the match and power slammed Rude to eliminate him. One Man Gang entered and then hit Morocco with a 747 splash to eliminate him, giving Andre's team a 3-on-2 advantage. The One Man Gang and Bundy began dominating Bigelow when Andre was tagged in to go for the kill. However, Bigelow ducked an Andre punch and tagged in the Hulkster. Hogan immediately began getting the better of Andre and was setting up for a running elbow smash when he was pulled out of the ring by King Kong Bundy. Hogan fought off both heels but was kept out of the ring long enough to be counted out. Hogan re-entered the ring to argue with the referee. Never seen that again, have we? But the ring announcer Howard Finkel informed the crowd that Hogan did not leave the ring immediately. Andre's team would win the match automatically. Bigelow, the lone remaining member of Hogan's team, fended for himself using a slingshot to eliminate Bundy, then pinning One Man Gang after a missed 747 splash. Bigelow eventually fell victim to Andre, who hit a butterfly suplex to win the match. After the match, Hogan returned to the ring and attacked Andre. Hogan is supposed to be the face, remember? Hitting him with his title belt and knocking him out of the ring. And that concluded the event. So, it ended with face Hulk Hogan returning to the ring and attacking Andre the Giant. This would eventually lead up to their match in February 1988 that would see Andre defeat Hogan for the title and hold it for about 20 seconds before giving it to the $1 Million Man. And that would then subsequently lead into what will be our next video, which will be WrestleMania 4. Thank you.